Welcome to our second tribal council, where two contestants will be eliminated from the game, one from the Machozi tribe and one from the Josho tribe. First, we're here with the Machozi tribe. My first question for all of you is, how has the smaller tribe impacted gameplay? And up first is Andrew.
We were a small tribe to begin with. 6 is small. So it's like any of these games. Once you get down to just a handful of people, it gets tough. So I'm ready for a merge anytime.
Emily.
I'd say the same thing. I think it really does make it so much more of a numbers game. It turns into stats, and there's so many different ways it could go that it's a little more stressful. So it's good.
Sean.
Yeah, I'd largely agree with that. I think you get to know the people you're chatting with a little easier. So I like that perspective of it. So that's a little easier than trying to get to know, 10, 11 people. So that part of it's nice. It's definitely a little tougher when it comes to being a small tribe and having to make decisions like this.
Yeah. Joseph.
I agree with Sean. It's fun. It's not getting to know people in small groups. So I kind of like that aspects of things.
And Jake.
Yeah, everyone already said it. I guess for me it's a little different. I got two partners here, and I'm kind of the odd man out in this one. So yeah, the small tribe's tough, but I'm looking forward to seeing what happens tonight.
All right. And do you hope for a win or for a change or direction in the game? One or the other. Obviously, one is pretty obvious, but how are you feeling about that? A win or a change in the game? Since, Andrew already said, hoping for a merge soon.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Joseph, what do you think?
Say it one more time.
So if we're talking about either a shift in the game or just you winning, what are you hoping for? Because you only have 5 people, and after tonight, you'll only have 4.
I think the end goal is winning. So I would just say winning, kind of focus on that, because though it's great to have the game shift and whatnot, I think overall, every one of us is going for that one goal. So I think we have to stick to it.
Sure. Jake?
Yeah, I agree. To me, it's winning, because you need to make it, in this case, one more week, and whatever happens from there might be out of your control. So you just got to focus on winning at taking the task at hand and taking the punches as they come and going from there.
Emily?
I'm with Andrew. I think a merge would be a nice change of pace, because it's difficult to work with small numbers when you haven't played with these people for a while. It's like you're trying to play end game without any information. But, winning is absolutely what you have to do in order to stay afloat. So I'm trying to win.
Sean?
So I'm gonna say winning, but for maybe a little bit of a different reason. I think we're a strong tribe here, even though the last 2 episodes hasn't necessarily shown it. I think we are a very strong tribe, and I'm not necessarily eager for a merge and having to negotiate those frameworks. I think moving forward, if we perform a little better in the challenges, I think we're a very strong tribe. So I think from that perspective, winning's the key.
And Andrew?
100% winning. We need to get a win under our belt. I'm anticipating tonight as a physical challenge, and so I think that whatever 4 remain will excel at tonight's challenge. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is a physical challenge that the majority of the people on this team are in the top 3, 4, 5, 6 overall.
All right. With that, it is time to vote. And just as a reminder, you cannot vote for yourself. And at this point, you can send me the name of the person that you're voting out of the tribe. All right, and give me just 1 second and I will write out the votes.
I hope I'm still here because I've been looking forward to a physical challenge, guys. Been waiting for it.
We're gonna kill a physical challenge.
I know we
I
got
agree. I think
a
we would
good
do
group
very
for
well.
it. So
I wish we had already had a physical challenge or two.
yes,
Same.
definitely.
All right. Once the votes are read, the decision is final and the person who is voted out will have a second to give a few final words before leaving the Zoom here. Remember that everything that is revealed tonight, keep a secret until the episode. Even if you're voted out, don't tell anyone. If you are still in the game, don't tell anyone, and we'll reveal it later tonight. All right. And the first vote tonight is Jake. The second vote, Jake. The third vote, Andrew. Fourth vote, Jake. And the last vote is Jake, which means, Jake, you are the next person eliminated from the game.
Yep.
So what do you have to say?
No, I mean, I saw it coming. Again, I already said it. I'm the odd man out in this one. I do think it was a mistake, and I think that you guys are going to pay for it. But I think it shows that, you know what, you guys maybe were a little threatened, and that's okay. I'm looking forward to having another opportunity at this in the future. So Matt, thank you for having me.
Definitely.
Looking forward to being back because I will be. And you guys, it was fun. I didn't get to know you that well, but hopefully we get to play together again. Appreciate everything. Good luck to you guys. All right.
And Jake, once you're a part of this family here, we always invite people back. So you'll definitely be back again. But thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you soon.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Bye. All right, congratulations. You're moving on to the next round, and we'll see you at 8:45. Bye, guys. Welcome back to Tribal Council. Just a moment ago, the Machozi tribe voted another player out of the game, and now we are here with the Josho tribe for their first Tribal Council ever. All right, so I have some questions for you as a tribe. How has the smaller tribe, size-wise, impacted gameplay? And this is because normally we have large tribes to start the game, and we started with the smaller tribe. So how does that impact gameplay? Jenna.
Well, this is my first time playing Survivor, so this is all I really know as small tribes. I would say there's probably pros and cons to this smaller group. You know, you bond really, really quickly because there's only 6 of you, and you just like immediately are like, here we are, this is it. You don't have extra people that you're like, I don't know what to do with them or whatever. So that's like a big pro, is just immediate like connection. The con, I would say, is the numbers are small. So like we all know this is Survivor, you need numbers to survive. So like right now, it's like could be 3-3, could be 4-2, could be, you don't know the combination of anything. And it's so slim pickings that you don't know if one person does something different than like it could totally affect things completely different. So that's a little scary. So I like it and I don't like it. Short answer.
They've done this on Survivor multiple times. And I think it's probably, I mean, it might be harder, but let's see what others have to say. Sam.
So I think that the bad part about smaller tribes is that, you know, you really feel when someone gets eliminated. Like, as Jenna said, you get to bond really quick. Therefore, when someone leaves, it's just, you know, it really affects the whole team, I imagine. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it.
Lizzie.
I love having this small team because I don't have to like talk to as many people. Like I don't know, like I like hate over socializing. Like you can play those games where like you feel like you need to talk to everyone, but I know it's just important that I talk to the people in my tribes. But ultimately the hard part is once you get so close, there's less options for people who you can vote out.
Shannon.
Yeah, I like the idea of a smaller tribe. I'm the same way as Jenna, never done Survivor before with you, Matt. So I don't know the idea of Survivor. And I actually didn't even think about the fact that, you know, if you have a smaller tribe, you're getting to know less people and you're getting to form smaller alliances. So that is a big con. Jenna's entirely correct. And it can also be a positive and a negative that you form these close relationships with people and then you have to vote them off. But in the end, it's a game. There's only one person who can win the money. And we're all, I mean, it seems like pretty much everyone knows that we're just here for a good time. So I love my tribe.
Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone's been saying, the part that's really good about it is that like we all, I guess, get really close because there's only so many of us and you get to know everyone in the tribe really well. But that just makes it that much harder when you have to choose someone to vote out because it's tough because you know everyone on kind of a different level than you would if it was a bigger tribe. So there's good and there's bad.
And Joe?
Yeah, I mean, to add to that too, I think because we won the first challenge, then we had that extra time where it was like we got used to all 6 of us being together. And then we like narrowly lost. So then it's like, oh crap, like we actually have to get rid of somebody now. You know, because when you made the tribes, and at first my first thought was like, or when we made the tribes, you didn't make them, when we made the tribes, my first thought was like, oh, Jenny's not on my tribe. But then I saw who was on my tribe and I'm like, oh, this is like an awesome group of people. Like I like my tribe. But now that's, you know, now we have the difficult challenge of having to lose somebody. So that's the part that sucks about it. After we got used to like, you know, being together for a little longer than the other tribes did.
Right. I think that was, you kind of addressed that. I was going to ask about that because you guys won right away. So this is, you know, it's been a little bit longer. You had this whole week to really talk to each other, get to know each other and not have to eliminate anyone in that time.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a harder experience for you. So,
well, especially, oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. This is fine.
Well, I was just going to say, especially since, so then we felt like we didn't have to think about it for a while. And then the last few days we've had a holiday. So it's like, I think we've all been trying to like avoid the topic a lot too. So that's, it's been tough. And then all of a sudden today it's like, oh my gosh, we have to vote somebody off.
Yeah.
Right. Did you want to add to that, Lizzie?
Oh no, I was just like, yeah, because all I could think about was like Christmas and cookies. And then I woke up this morning and I was like,
Survivor.
No.
Yeah.
Because,
So
and I also just like didn't want to have to like talk to any of my tribe members about like gameplay during the holidays. Because to me, I feel like that seems just so shallow. Like you should be spending time with your family. So like, I feel like we were in a really weird situation.
It's true.
Yeah, it was really bizarre. I don't think I talked to anybody Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Like
yeah,
we
Hours
sent
today.
texts, you know, we sent happy holiday texts, but
right. Outside, we didn't talk game. Mm-mm.
Well, tonight the game continues. All right, so I asked the other tribe this, and you guys, you won the first one, you almost won the second one. Are you just hoping for more wins, or are you thinking about possible changes in the game? Because obviously, you know me. So What are you thinking about more? Just winning, or the game and how it's structured and maybe how things will play into your strategy? And you can talk about whatever element of that you want to. And Lizzie, you're first.
Oh, okay. Awesome. I don't know why I raised my hand. So I think this team specifically, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, we just really want to win because we don't want to have to be put in this situation again. Like, it's just a really awful situation. But I also, at this point, like, I want more people on my team or just like bigger groups so there's more options because I don't want to have to feel like I have to vote this person out. Like, I want the other players to be put in effect. Like, I like these players too much to want to vote them out, basically.
All right, and Sam?
Yeah, no, I kind of feel the same way where I feel like the best strategy is just to keep winning for now and then just minimize the rest of the groups till we have our group. And then it's going to be the hard choices, but yeah.
Bobby?
I mean, like, yeah, of course the goal is like to keep winning, but like 100% I've thought about the idea that we might be like broken up or some big change in the game could happen. So that's 100% gotten me on my toes, but you can't really prepare for that. So like really my focus has been, let's just win so we don't have to keep doing this.
Joe?
Yeah, I would say like that's the thing. I'm not gonna lie, like I've thought about it. You know, I've played a lot of your games, so I know like to expect the unexpected. But we also, like Bobby said, can't control it. And the thing that we can control is like trying to win. Because the other bad part about having a small tribe is like there's also like no place to hide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's tough. So it just makes it easier if you win and you don't have to worry about it.
Gemma?
Yeah, of course you want to win because then you don't have to be here and vote somebody off. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's obvious, but I have had this like irrational fear all day today that like Matt's going to pull some bullshit and like we're going to swap and we're going to get down and we're going to split into 2 tribes and we're going to be with all different people. And I'm just like thinking about all the worst case scenarios of like, I'm finally getting to know these people and then they're just going to be like ripped away from me. And I'm going to be like, I'm going to be cursing you in my dreams. But I'm trying to be positive. And even if that does happen, which I hope it doesn't, I will make the best of it and I will make new friends and we will start all over and it'll be great.
And Shannon?
I think it's totally realistic to think that Matt's going to screw us very soon.
Never.
Because we all know Matt, like he loves to throw in twists and that's what makes the game so watchable and so fun to play because it wouldn't be fun if we were always doing the same thing. So I had the exact same thing, Jenna, where I was like, oh, we're totally going to merge tonight. Everything's going to be ruined. So I'm kind of always about winning primarily. So when you get on the team, establish the idea that you just want to win so you don't have to do the tribal council. But keep those relationships with people that you have, because even if we do split up, we've still all formed relationships, so we could still look out for each other later on, which is like what I plan on doing.
So the last question, which I asked during the first tribal council for the others, is this game is about the partnerships. How does that play into your strategy or your gameplay? And I'm going to ask Shannon first because Shannon, your partner was voted out at the last episode. So how do you feel that plays into the game, the idea of partners?
Yeah, I honestly initially thought that all of our partners were going to be split up. So you have cases where it's Lizzie and, Sam, and they get to play together, which is super fun. And then you have cases like me and Jackie or Joe and Jenny is your sister's name, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, you get split up and you're like, well, where's my immediate ally? So I think that the partners idea is really cool because it provides an added challenge. And with Jackie being gone, honestly, she'll be fine. She's already going to do the all-star games or whatever. So I'm trying to get in there so I can do the all-star games and kick her ass.
Jenna.
Yeah. So, like Shannon, I thought it was going to be 2 tribes of just like split. And I didn't think me and Ethan were going to be together at all. So I wasn't prepared for it. And I'm not with him, obviously. So it's what I expected. I think it's hard to be, in my opinion, I think it would be tougher to be on the same tribe as a partner than be like a free agent solo, because in my opinion, I see that as like a threat in a way, because you can help each other, you can talk to each other, you can communicate, you can do all this stuff. So I see that as a little bit of an advantage, but on the other end, it could be a disadvantage because you have to fight harder, if that makes sense, and create these bonds and alliances with people. Originally, when the tribes were made, I was bummed that I was not with Ethan because I saw some of my friends and people that I know personally with their people. And I'm like, oh, what the hell? That's not fair. Like, oh, that sucks. They're together. And me and Ethan are stranded and we're by ourselves. But now I wouldn't want it any other way. Because who knows what's going to happen in a Matt Main game? I have no idea, but I think it might be good to have us be separated and have me make my own individual connections with my own people and have him make his own things. And I don't want to be lumped as the couple. We are separate people. We are separate players. Do not clump us together and don't assume what he's doing, I'm doing, and vice versa. So I think it creates a good identity separation for both of us.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Bobby.
I just think it's so interesting because like we're not on the same page. Like I went into the game fully assuming that me and Bethany were going to be on separate tribes. And it was interesting that some pairs ended up being on the same tribes, but it's just a part of the game that like you're not in communication with the other tribes. So like I have no idea who she's talking to or what she's doing. And so you just you hope that your partner is making moves in their best interest, but you can't really communicate with them. So it's definitely going to be just another aspect of the game that'll be unlocked once the merge happens or once our tribes get spiced up. But
what do you mean? Sam.
So yeah, no, I totally am on board with what everyone else is saying, in that I am lucky in that I'm with Lizzie in the same team, but that's I guess the only good thing, that I can talk to Lizzie and I don't have to be texting because I don't like texting, honestly. But yeah, no, I'm lucky in that I can strategize with her if strategy is in place or anything. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel. I feel kind of bad that a lot of people were separated. I wish it was maybe like 3 pairs or like something like that. I don't know, but I do think that how we did it was kind of cool and different. So yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, I think it is like a curse and a blessing, I think there's that natural desire to want to be with your partner, but then also like I think, well, if Jenny and I were on the same team, like would we have been a target on that team? And I think the hardest part for me is that I've just had to like kind of let go a little bit. Like obviously I'm gonna worry about her. I'm like tonight actually is kind of nice for me because I'm not worried about her being at tribal council also, but I have to trust that she's doing what's in her best interest. Even if she makes moves that from the outside to me look like, oh my gosh, what is she doing right now? I have to trust that she's doing what she needs to do to try to get to the merge and hope that she trusts me that I'm doing what I need to do in my game. So I think that's the hardest part, is just kind of like separate a little bit and let go of that and like just trust her as an individual and play my own game here because that's what I can control right now.
And Lizzie?
So this is Sam's first game, and I'm so happy that I got to be on the same team as him, when initially I feel like most people, we did not think we were going to be on the same team as our partners. As far as playing with him, I don't know. Like, I'm so lucky because he's so chill. And I know, like, no matter what happens in this game, like, whether he wins or he loses, he's just gonna be like, yeah, it's been a ride. But I think it's so important to remember that with pairs that Sam is not me and I am not Sam. So we are two completely different people and two completely different players. So, I mean, maybe we are a threat. Maybe we're not. It's totally up to the tribe to figure that out. But we don't really talk about much. We're like, yeah, that was a fun game. Like, I don't know. It's just been fun to have him emotionally there. We're not out here to like kill anyone or like backstab. We're just having a fun time. And yeah.
All right. Well, it is the toughest part of the game, the time when you have to vote someone out of the game. All right. So at this point, you can send me a text for the name of the person that you would like to vote out tonight. Once again, do not chat with each other and don't share anything until I reveal the votes.
I love how everyone's like drinking something and I'm like, frappe.
That's a drink.
I'm still
I'm taking a sip every time Jenna takes a sip.
Drinking something.
Girl.
Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to write out the votes.
Okay.
That could be disastrous, Shannon.
I need to pee.
Oh my God, I have to pee. It blows my mind that when Matt does this stuff, he doesn't ever react. Like, he's so stone cold.
I know.
Like, I'm such
Right.
a person, if it were me, I'd be like,
I know.
you know?
Well, no matter what happens, I still love you all so much.
I know. This
Still
sucked.
gonna be a good game.
This sucked, guys.
Let's try to win
It's so
tonight.
great to get to
Sorry.
know all y'all so far, like for real.
That
Yeah.
Bobby, what an annoying. I'm just kidding.
Let's
You
just
start
win
letting
tonight.
me flex my
no.
outfit. You can't even see it.
I
We'll
can,
see
I
it.
can see the chain you wear. I can see like the necklace.
I'm
Unless
so
that's
excited
not a
to
necklace.
watch it when we turn
I'm wearing
on.
tights right now
Oh.
Ew.
because I didn't change from the wedding.
I'm nervous about what this challenge is gonna be.
I know. I'm
Okay.
It better be like
my gosh.
dancing.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So once these votes are read, the decision is final, and the person who has the most votes will be asked to give some final words and then to leave the Zoom. But at this point, if there is anyone who has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, this would be the time to do so. Okay, I will read the votes and then the person that's voted out will give us their final words. Before I read them, I'm going to say everything that happens right now, keep it a secret until you are all revealed later in the episode, so that it has a little bit more of a dramatic reveal. I will be admitting the Machozi tribe in first, so you guys will have to just wait a moment in the waiting room. But I'm just keeping you hanging. The first vote tonight, Sam. The second vote, Sam. The third vote, Joe. Fourth vote, Sam. Sam. And that is enough votes to eliminate you, Sam. But the final vote was Sam. Which means, Sam, you have been eliminated from the game, but you can give us a few final words or words of wisdom for your tribe or whatever you want to say to them at this point.
Okay. Well, it was definitely cool. I'm very sorry that I probably wasn't as communicative as you guys probably would want me to be. It was probably mostly just the fact that like I'm not very like if it was in real life, I would have been like so much more social, but because I'm not a big texter, but yeah, I kind of wish that my language barrier when I hadn't had punched me in the gut the last game, because I feel like that would have been a major advantage if I was like, you know, a little bit more knowledgeable on it. But yeah, no, I hope everyone here has a chance at the prize, and that everyone can pull the tough decisions that they have to pull, and that they succeed in everything that you do. So those are my final words.
I love you.
Love you too,
We
Movie.
love you, Sam.
Bye,
Sam, just so you know,
Sam, you're so sweet.
anytime
Thank you.
people join my games here, they're always invited back. So well, you'll be getting messages and emails galore, especially as we continue in this quarantining time. I will continue these games. So we'll see you back again, and definitely for the finale of this game where you can chime in about the winner. All right, and with that, Tribal Council is over. I will see the rest of you in just a minute. And Sam, we'll see you soon.